Hello everybody, this has been pretty much years break from uploading any content. Really, I had the Honda E, which I'd last uploaded some content. I've done a couple of little title things since then, some live streams, but this is the first video I'm putting back up. As you can see, a lot greyer, a lot older. But for those of you who've never followed this channel, I started out with a Nissan Leaf back in 2014, approximately 24 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf, and then had that for 4 years and reported back regularly. It started on a daily basis doing videos. It's like hardly anybody had an electric car. Now you can't go anywhere without seeing electric cars, and so that sort of tapered off as they became more common. I thought, what's the point in doing videos? But there's a slight progression to this whole experience of EV ownership, which was completely brand new at the time. To a degree, they've been out probably 10 years, something like that, prior to that, in different forms. But as you can see below, just there, around the back of me, is my Renault Zoe, which was my next car. I've had about 4 years now, something like that. And then you've got Amy's ENV 200. So behind me, two cars. Amy's is now done, I think, 70,000 miles. Mine's done 50,000, coming up 50,000. That's in those. And I think combined with, as you followed the Leaf journey, if you did, you would have known this, we leased 3 of them. And my parents bought a Nissan Leaf as well. So we had 4 in total. I think combined to where we are at the moment, we've just done shy of 400,000 EV miles combined. So we are getting there. We're putting some miles in on them. And let me just show you the charger, which I just got installed. Fairly common. The My Energy Zappi, I believe V2, and here we have, so nothing's plugged into it at the moment, and it's just set to fast charge, but with a delay on the car to charge overnight. But as you can see, there's a reason I'm probably doing this video for you. You can see here the sun, and that is because we have got some solar installed. And the other one is just a charger which I got free. Can you remember when they gave these out free? Not these specific models, but chargers for free. This was part of an experiment where they would take power from your car, or even mimic it. In my case, it didn't actually take power from it. They were testing that. That was part of it. Really solid charger. It's basically like a public charger you used to get, or probably still do get, out of swimming pool car parks, and things like that. So this will give out, it's a 32 amp, so it'll give out, 7.2. This will take that. But we use this to get it from the solar during the day, or will do. And then we use this one when that one's been used. So whoever gets it gets to charge up on there, basically. But let me now show you the solar system which I have in place. A little bit dark in the garage. Actually, the camera's doing a good job. So here we go. Here is that's not, because that's a toolbox. But here's the system that I have in place. It's been put in now for around about 2 weeks, just shy of. These here are the batteries. So that is maxed out, the Fox ESS system, 4,100 I believe it is. So they give out just over 4 kilowatt hours of power each, or store 4 kilowatt hours of power each, and it's stacked up, giving me just over 28 kilowatt hours of home battery storage. The original install was 8 less than that, approximately. I went and grabbed a couple extra and got them stacked in there. So I've maxed out on this at 28. We've then got 2 inverters. So that's a slave to this one, because there's only a certain amount you're allowed to export, depending on where exactly you are. Ours was maximum was 6 kilowatt. So we've got a slave. This will output 6 through to the grid. But we've got a total output of 8.4 kilowatts of power, I think, at any given time with these combined for the house usage. So it covers off the electric car charging. So in summer, of course, we can output a good solid amount at a constant. So my car will take 7.2. So if there's nothing else really going on in the house, a couple of things maybe on, I can charge at that. I'm just doing a real quick overview of where we're at in terms of this. And I might do a few more videos if you guys are interested in solar, get it installed in your house. There's quite a few of these videos coming out now. So if you're interested in me doing it, from my experience of EV ownership and where we are right now with solar, getting in really with EV ownership at a very early stage, and just really not document it anymore, because it's not worth documenting. But this is all new to me, And this is 28 kilowatt hours, of which is nowhere near enough in the shorter winter months. So I've had a few people go, flipping out, 28, that is a massive amount of storage. And it is, but I'm excluding car charging from this. If we're not using car charging, do you want a bit of heating to supplement? Yeah, we are, in our personal circumstances, chewing through power. So family of 6. This not quite big enough to keep us going all the way up to midnight. So we tend to go to bed around about midnight. It will get to about, I've set it up to run down to 10%, which is the lowest you can have state of charge, and then it switches off and then goes to the grid. There's no interruption supply or anything like that. It just automatically switches off. But it has, when we've had a couple of sunny days, it's been more than enough. So at the moment, if we have a quick look, state of charge on the battery at the moment is 98%, as you will see there. And let's have a little look. If we go to here and go system, you will then see the solar input. At the moment, it's an overcast day. We are getting, there we are, you can see it jumping around. I don't need to read out all those figures, can't read them out quick enough. But not only that, it's split. So I'll show the other array. So on the other inverter, it's showing 34. So we've got about, at the moment, about 70 watts of power coming in. And that is because there's no sun. So there you go, completely grey, and you will get that sort of output. You can expect that in these sort of conditions. An important figure, of course, is what is my solar array size. So don't tend to do things in half. So it's 9,900 watts theoretical peak out of my panels. So a 10 kilowatt system essentially powering this. With that amount of power sat there, you're getting 100 watts at the moment. So as you can imagine, what I've gone to is actually powering off these batteries here. I got my drone out ready to film the solar array for you, so hopefully there'll be a bit of footage in there for you. If you're only getting output, input, whichever way you look at it, like that, input into the battery, during the day whilst you're using 100 watts isn't quite going to cut it. But earlier on today, it was pumping out a kilowatt of power, but there's some rain coming, so it's all darkened down. So you can imagine you get a bit of this going on. And so speccing out a system on paper may not be enough in practice, which is my kind of thing. I've oversized everything, and even then we're on the limit of what's acceptable to be self-sufficient. So this would not take me, despite all of this and that, this would not take me off grid. I'm guessing I could double the battery size, and I'm about there. In summer or in longer days, so probably for 6-7 months of the year, this is going to be cramming out so much power that I'm not going to be able to get rid of it, most likely, unless the cars are here on empty and this battery needs fully charging. But in the real short days, so December, January, it's problematic as it currently is, and it doesn't put out enough to recoup. So I'm doing economy 7 tariff to charge the battery overnight, and of course the cars are on economy 7 as well. But I'll give you a quick look at the solar array. So as you can see here, we got one array along this side. In fact, the scaffolding's still up. They haven't come and taken it down yet. And then on the other side, we got this bit of what I would call the bigger array, really, which is, that's more south facing. So this is the one where we're expecting to get most of the power from, really. We harvest the most there. But in the summer months, you are looking at producing, as I say, a lot of power. And my suspicion is that, we're going to charge that battery. It will take 5 kilowatts in and it'll give 5 kilowatt out constant. And so we are going to be charging it 5 kilowatt, I'd imagine, in summer quite a lot of the time, which means that 28 is going to be full. You're going to sit on 100% battery until it gets dark, basically, because it'd be fully charged the whole time. So in summer, the battery's a bit too small to to actually make full use of the solar. We'll be obviously putting it into the immersion tank, which I'll show you that in a minute, the iboost. You probably all know what an iboost is. But in summer, it's probably going to overproduce to a degree, so we'll be exporting to the grid. But in the shorter months, there's just not enough to be able to cope with it. So I think increasing battery size further, my suspicion is that's going to be better for winter, because we're to store more that's off peak and then have a flat rate essentially throughout our usage, 24-hour cycle. But then in summer, we can also store more and then we can draw when we don't have to charge on economy 7 even with the cars, because they can take the majority from the batteries at night time, which obviously in winter that's not the case. Don't forget, in winter we're going to charge at the lower rate, economy 7. In summer I can imagine charging the cars at night time off the batteries, and then come to the day when they're almost depleted because of the amount of sun and daylight, start charging that up during the day. So almost like a flipped scenario. But a bigger battery in winter will definitely help to store more economy 7 paid tariff for the day, and then in summer be able to store more for using it in the night, so you're almost completely off grid during the summer. Yet to be proven, but I'm pretty sure, looking at the specs I got here so far and the data that's coming out of this, that's the way it's going to have to roll. And a little bonus footage, ride on mower, the Z6, and in here are battery packs. This whole this whole thing, let me just flash all these to show you. This runs on battery packs that a quick release, and then I've got all sorts of equipment, strimmers, chainsaws, everything. I'll link up a video in the description where I've done a full-on review on this on my other channel. Absolutely epic machine, epic. That's it. A short update for you. If you want me to do more of these videos, please comment below, like and share. If they get no traction, if they're just getting a couple thousand views and no real interest, I won't put the effort into it because I'm short on time as it is. But I will put the effort in if people think it's worthwhile going through the journey of having such a fresh install, and with the Fox ES system, or the Fox ESS system, as it's known. If you're interested in that, you're interested in solar install, see how we get on for an install this size. This may be way over spec'd for some people, or it may be well under for others, but you can come along that journey if you want. Having a 2 EV household. Toby, my oldest, is 17 now. We're seriously considering trying to get him into an EV, but it's so expensive to get them, isn't it now? Just a quick note, Amy's ENV200, we can buy that now, the same age. So 2016, I think, 2016 is the age of it. We bought it in 2017, I think. It was brand new, basically. It sat in a dealership forecourt for ages because no one wanted electric cars back then. It had sat on that forecourt, and we can buy that model the same year for more money or the same as I paid for hers brand new. That's how bad it is. And I can almost sell my Zoe for the same money as I bought it for when it was brand new. Yeah, so it's a bit of a weird space at the moment, the EV market. But yeah, if you want me to do these videos, comment below and I'll do some. I'll catch you guys on the next one.